Hey, have you ever wondered why some friendships just seem easy and some are just difficult? Did you think that you and your best friend would be friends forever? Then one day it all went wrong? The theory I'm going to talk about is a social exchange theory. I will discuss who created it, the idea behind it, and we'll try to explain it. As stated by Charlotte Nicholson in the article Social Exchange Theory of Relationships, the social exchange theory was developed in 1958 by George Homans, a sociologist. Homans believed that any group was seen as a social system, and a social system is a network of interconnected individuals or groups that interact within a shared environment, which are able to support and encourage each other, but they can also tear each other apart. He began observing small groups. He watched their interactions and their activities while he developed a framework of social behavior. And although he observed each person, he also observed how each person's behavior affected the group. One thing that's interesting is that we all participate in this theory, whether consciously or unconsciously. Basically, we all focus on a balance of rewards and cost evaluation for each relationship. For example, when we meet someone new, we will begin evaluating how much work this new relationship will cost us, or if it will benefit us more. Scott Savage stated in the book, Contemporary Social Psychological Theories, that anything can be a resource or reward, such as tangible goods like food or money, but so can intangible benefits like status, approval, information. Rehan Adman stated in his article, Social Exchange Theory Systematic Review, that social exchange theory is one of the most influential theories in social sciences and is one of the gold standards to understand workplace behavior. So each person in a relationship is referred to as an actor, and each actor is expected to carry their own responsibilities and put into the relationship just as much as the other actor. Of course, there's a give and take. The exchanges between the two people are back and forth, and there's also an exchange of power between the two. There are positive and negative actions that can happen, which, as you can imagine, the positive actions are good for the relationship, and the negative ones are like the disagreements that hopefully you can work through. So Jane Thomas explained in her article, Viability in Project Teams, that when coworkers like each other, respect each other, it helps with the overall job satisfaction, and that usually employees will stay at their job for a longer time because they feel the connection. But not just one theory can take into account everything about relationships. There are limitations to the social exchange theory. There are many factors to consider when you're evaluating whether to stay in the relationship or to leave. There are personal traits that this theory doesn't take into account, such as when people are naturally selfish, or they don't seek out the highest benefits, or when they're in a relationship that costs more than actually benefits them. Also, this theory assumes that all people want to be in a healthy relationship, and they want to have trust and intimacy in their romantic relationships. It doesn't always happen. So we know that when we look for pros and cons to either staying in a relationship or leaving, we are practicing the social exchange theory. We are weighing the cost to the rewards of that relationship, and sometimes the costs just don't add up. We have to make changes. So when you are in a relationship and it seems easy, that's when each actor is putting in as much time and energy as the other, and there is more benefit than cost. The harder friendships could be that it's costing you more than benefiting you. But it could be that your friend is going through a hard time, and that'll be temporary. The best friend I talked about earlier could be that over the years, both of you have changed. So your needs and expectations of a friendship are different. And now that relationship is a high cost, little reward. So you have to make changes. And when we understand this theory, we can make better decisions about who we want to be friends with and who we don't. Thank you.